San Francisco 49ers get back to the Super Bowl after being down 17 points to the Detroit Lions, winning 34-31. Jared Goff completed 25 passes for 273 yards and a touchdown. Brother Brock Purdy, 20 completions, 267 yards, a touchdown, and a pick.
I mean, this was a good game. I mean,
I don't know which fan base should feel worse, y'all or the Lions fan. Man.
I mean, mainly because I forgot who I was talking to about the game, but the San Francisco 49ers, who knows if they come back if Dan Campbell is not aggressive, but he was aggressive all year, so he had to continue to be aggressive. But he pretty much lost them the game, man. Like you got a chance to go up 27-10. He missed out on 6 points, at the end of the game, in the second half. Granted, Gibbs can't fumble. They got converted, but it's like it's okay on the regular season to be that aggressive. And we talked about a pre-show how he gonna leave everything on there. But you got that first time, you got to take them goddamn points. They just scored coming out the half. They scored coming out the half. They got down there. You got to take them points. You match them 3 right there. The half reset right there. But shout out to the 49ers. They proved who they are. They stayed disciplined, like Nick said in the previous breakdown. They stuck with that game plan. They didn't go away from the run. They stuck it there. They was going to be determined to run the ball, and then they just start really throwing the ball to that best player. They start giving Deebo Samuel the goddamn ball, and that's when all the momentum changed. They didn't shy away from it. They were down. They was frustrated. They was throwing helmets. They was talking, but they stuck with it. The better team, they won the game. The Lions came out on fire, but I think they start smelling themselves a little bit. Dan Campbell, he almost didn't take the field goal the first time in the first half to make it 24-3. He was thinking about going for it then. I think in games like this, you got to settle down. You can't be overhyped. Like, you got to put your play as a head coach. You got to put your best players. You got to put your players in the best chance to win. And I don't think he did that with going from 4th downs. Granted, Josh Reynolds bum ass dropping balls, but at the same time, you should have been kicking on field goals. So give your team the points. Your defense been holding them down all day. Give your defense points. But shout out to the 49ers. Like I said, Purdy played amazing in the second half. He did well. Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel played well. I'm interested to definitely see the Super Bowl. But I think that I'm not gonna say the Lions lost the game, but Dan Campbell, you got to be better than that. And I understand you're aggressive all year. So you wanted to keep it, but you got to be better than that.
Yeah, definitely. But before I get to the game briefly, I'll just say this is why I never liked the game manager, game changer conversation, because football too much of a team game to put shit on one player. And yes, there are game changers, but you can't change the game, just solely by yourself. And we see how Jared Goff looked. He didn't play a losing football game. He played a good football game. You saw Lamar Jackson, somebody who's the MVP of the league. You know what I mean? Brock Purdy, he played an amazing football game. All season they talked about the 49ers being a front-running team, right? Being a team that can't come back from behind. These last 2 playoff games, what has Brock Purdy done? He's brought his team back. Whatever you want to say about him. I can't say nothing bad about the last pick in the draft flourishing in the NFL. Like, that shit is a great story to me. You know what I mean? And people can say what they want, but he made the NFC Championship and got hurt the first quarter. And then now he's in the Super Bowl. What can you say about that? Nothing. It's nothing. You know what I mean? So fuck all that game manager, game changer shit. Some people, you know what I mean? You just got to play team football. You got to play complementary football. You got to play good defense. You got to get stops. You got to make field goals. You got to run the ball. You got to catch the ball when it's thrown. You got to be able, even something like Brock Purdy, he had two big scrambles yesterday. I think they both went for like 21 yards. Mm-hmm. He's not even known for his legs. But what did he do? He made a play when his team needed to make a play. That's what the greats do. And unfortunately, I thought Lamar was going to do a little bit more of that, especially with his legs. But that's another story. As far as 49ers Lions, man, I'm not going to kill Dan Campbell, even though we knew with him, he's liable to do anything. He's a motherfucking wild card. He's wild. He's liable to go for it on 4th and 9 on his own 13. Like, I don't know what goes through his head, but that's his team's identity. You couldn't change it at this point of the season. But what you can do is not fumble on 1st down in the 49ers territory. That's what you can do. You could hold on to the ball and not give them easy opportunities to score. That's what you can do. Right? I'm not mad at them about to score a field goal and being on their side of the field and then getting a turnover on downs, because then you're still asking the 49ers to drive all the way down the field. What you can do is hold on to the football, though. And that's really what it came down to. The Lions had just as much talent on offense as the 49ers, but I think the difference was on the defensive side of the ball. Now, the 49ers can't stop the run, clearly. But, they have playmakers on that side of the ball. I don't think the Lions, at the end of the day, had enough playmakers to stop, the Debos of the world, the Christian McCaffreys of the world. Once they got going, the Ayuks of the world, he made an amazing play on the football. He wasn't open by any means. It wasn't the greatest throw by any means. But, again, sometimes you got to let your receivers allow you to look right even when you're wrong. That's what great receivers do. We talked about that all season, right? Give your receiver a chance to make you look good. And that's exactly what the fuck he did. 49ers win. Kyle Shanahan stuck to the run. I think he learned from that Atlanta game. It's going to be very interesting to see how he approaches a game versus Mahomes. Does he get sucked into the throw for throw thing? Because a lot of people get sucked into that and think that, it becomes a quarterback contest and you got to prove something, when you just got to, the way to beat Mahomes is just to play your game. If you're trying to go throw for throw with Mahomes, man, he's proven to be an alien. He's proven to be an alien. So now really you just got to stick to what you do best. If you run the ball, give him a steady, put pressure on Mahomes that way. Give them a steady diet of Christian McCaffrey, right? Christian McCaffrey has shown that he's about that life. Ever since he's come into the league, he's been good for 100 yards on the ground and 50 receiving. And if you need him to do a little bit more, he'll give you that too. He'll give you 100 if you really want him to. So, I think that's going to be 1st, 2nd, and 3rd agenda. Get McCaffrey and Debo the ball in space. Who wins? Who knows? I don't care. My heart is dejected. My feelings are hurt. But good season for the Lions. Going forward, I think their youth plays well for them. Going forward, I think Jared Goff has changed the narrative around his name. Going forward, I think he has the ultimate confidence in himself, and the Lions have the ultimate confidence in him. So, and I think the Lions have ultimate confidence in Dan Campbell, top to bottom. Like, they're not going to stop being who they are. They just got to execute better. On 4th down, if you make one of those plays, maybe the game is different. So, I don't know.
Yeah. We'll be talking about the Super Bowl on the
fuck the Steelers, nigga.
Hey, we both watching it together. Like I knew we would.
Welcome to the Sit Your Ass Damn Room. We're all here now.
See, I was going back and forth with myself. Am I gonna put a couch behind me? But I just couldn't pass.
Cancun
or y'all didn't bring this up. Lamar said, I don't like competing against him. I was going to put that behind me, too. I don't know about y'all. I don't want to hear my quarterback saying that.
Yeah, I didn't like that quote, but I tried to act like I didn't hear it.
I saw it, and I was hoping one of y'all said it. But, yeah, dog, I get the sentiment, because that...
It was utmost respect, yeah. But
utmost respect, but keep that shit to yourself. Yeah, keep that shit to yourself. But we're going to go to the first commercial break. Nits and grits. This ad is brought to you by Lavelle Body. Lavelle Body is an all-natural, handmade skin and hair care line for men, women, and children. So if your skin is dry, your hair is damaged, or your beard is having problems connecting, shop Lavelle Body today at lavellebody.com.